Hi, I'm Tom. This is Lucy, and this is Kitty Help Desk. Thanks for joining me. Today I'd like to talk a little bit about agency and why that's so important to our cats. Agency is really one's ability to control one's own life. And in the past, a lot of people saw their pets as not really having desires of their own. I know my grandparents had a dog that was kept outside all the time and was sometimes chained up. And we really frown on that sort of thing today because we recognize how harmful that can be to the dog. So we want to make sure that they have everything that they need, and the same goes for cats. And when you have cats who are interested in getting a little payment here, you basically give them a choice. When I shoot these videos, I don't say to them, you have to come up here. I don't pick them up and put them on the table. I basically positively reinforce their experience of being up here on the table. Do you not like that one? And then as I offer these things to them as sort of payment for participating, then they show up when the lights get turned on and the camera gets turned on and they hear me kind of talking loudly in the room more than I normally would be. They suddenly are like, oh, this is a time when I normally get something. And so then they come around on their own, and that's by their own agency, via their own choice. And so with cats, the thing you really want to provide them, the number one thing that you want to provide them, is choice in their lives. Now, we can't offer them choices of everything. For example, my cats don't go outside. And they are at the point now where they've been living indoor only for so long that they really don't want to go outside. So, it's not a problem. It doesn't seem to interfere with their well-being or their behavior. But it's one of those things that some people view as a negative in a cat's life. And it can be if the cat is bored. A cat who lives indoor only can become bored without a considerable amount of enrichment. That's another video. But in terms of what we're talking about today, I'm not allowing them the choice to go indoors or outdoors because I see that if they go outdoors, they're in considerable danger from strangers who might not like cats, from poisons that might be around that they might encounter, from traffic driving up and down the street. There are all kinds of things, other animals. I had a friend in Los Angeles who both of her cats were killed by coyotes because her mother let her cats go outside. And so these are all problems in the world that indoor-only cats don't face. So I have made that choice for them. But when it comes to choices of things inside the house, I try to offer them as many choices as possible. Now, one of the things that you'll read a lot about what to provide for your cats, and it's rarely explained, is this idea that they need one more litter box than there are cats. And that's really all about choice. Because, if you think of it just logically, well, if there's two litter boxes and two cats, if one cat's in the litter box, the other cat still has a litter box that she can go to. But it's not about just having a place to go to. It's about still having a choice. So if there are three litter boxes and the first cat chooses one of the three, the other cat still has a choice between two litter boxes. And that's really key to their ability to thrive within your home. Same thing goes if you want to introduce a new food for them. You want to offer it as an option. Offer them the regular food and then a little bit, just a dollop of the new food, or a couple of new foods at a time even, on a tray or in a separate dish so that they can be like, okay, I can check that out. It's not being forced upon them, and that's really key. The concept of force is a big deal. We don't want to force them to do things. We may prohibit them from doing some things that are dangerous to them. But we're not going to force them to do things just because we want them to. The same thing can go with petting. If I know Miss Lucy's up here and she likes to be petted, I know how she likes to be petted. So when I pet her and she reacts positively and her tail is sort of lagging around, or she's showing interest like this, she's saying, yes, I'd like to be petted. But if I come at her with an open hand, if she were a strange cat that didn't trust me, and I came at her with an open hand, she would probably balk from that. Whereas if I gave her the knuckles of a closed hand and offered her the option, she can come that last couple of inches and say, yes, I'd like you to touch me. I don't know if you can see Mina here on camera, but if I offer my knuckles to Mina, and Mina says, yes, that'd be okay. So now I can pet her. And she's acknowledged that that's okay with her. I've given her the choice to say no. And if she says no, this is key. If they say no to something you offer, it's really important not to get troubled by that, not to become upset by it or irritated by it. You know, like I've spoken about this in other videos, that there's this idea that we are the masters of the earth over all the animals, you know, here. And it's just not true. It's really a continuum of all of us. And to be real honest, if there's any creature that the earth could do better without, it'd probably be humans. So it's key that we respect their instincts and we provide for a way for them to act upon those instincts. And one of the key things that is an instinctual drive for every cat is to make choices every day. They choose where they live, they choose what they eat, what they hunt, they choose where they sleep, they choose who they procreate with. You know, unlike a lot of domesticated species, humans aren't in charge of that aspect of most cats. You know, like cats choose who they breed with and when, and generally speaking, that's how most pet cats start out life, you know? So it's just important that we offer them as many options as we can each and every day, even down to like what food dish they prefer. Since they can't tell us what they prefer, then we have to offer them options and let them show us what they prefer. And then we have to just pay attention to their choices and learn from their preferences, and we can offer them more precise choices in the future, more things that are more likely to be accepted and liked. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.